I am reborn! A slow motion target under control. I assume that qualifies us for hazard pay.
What's up everybody, Nonpon here. In this video, I wanted to give like a brief mini unscripted review of the new 5-star Mauxir. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you the facts and let you know if you should pull for her or not. Maybe she's for you, maybe she's not for you. And then in the future video, I will make a guide for her. So this will be like part 1, and that video will be part 2. Okay? So here's the facts, right? Mauxir is 100% a support character. Unlike her 4-star variant who can pivot as a main DPS and a support, Mauxir is 100% a support. Her support ability is very powerful, and she mostly strives off buffing her main DPS partner, okay? Because when you use this bind ability, you can do 10% more damage on top of other very useful abilities, which I won't get too invested into because I can talk about her for a long period of time, but I respect your time here, okay? So, more or less, Mauxir is a very solid support in the buffing department, whereas Kaguya is more of a very good support in the debuffing department, right? She has a lot of shred, and Mauxir, instead of giving you shred, she will just improve the amount of ballistic damage that you can do. Her crit rate, her duo's alignment is also really incredible. So she's the buffer, and Kaguya is the debuffer. Okay? So, you know, before I talk about her, let's talk about the weapon choice, right? Because some people want to know if you should pull the weapon of the character or not, because if you pull the character, you might have to double dip, right? So, for her weapon, Alloy Truth, in my opinion, you can skip it. It's good. It's definitely her best in slot. Absolutely. But you can skip it if you do not want to pull for that extra power. As an alternative, you can use the support submachine gun for Getbird, and this is a very good substitute because it will raise your main DPS attack by a substantial amount. It is very powerful. It does not raise HP, unfortunately, and this Mauxir does enjoy higher HP, but it's okay. The extra attack stat will make up for it. So you can run with this, especially if you have copies of it. Mine's at tier 4, so completely up to you if you want to get that weapon. But you're not really losing that much if you don't pull for it. It's not that much better. It is her best in slot. Her signature weapon is best in slot, but it's not too substantial. Okay? So, for Mauxir though, is she worth pulling? Well, that's if you need another support or not. I can't answer questions for things that will come out in the future, right? If I said Kaguya was a must pull and she is very powerful, then by proxy, I do have to say that Mauxir is also a must pull and very powerful. However, that's if there's going to be content in the game that revolves around 2 separate teams. I mean, Neuron Simulation needs 2 separate teams, right? You can't use Kaguya twice. You can't use Mauxir twice. You're going to need 2 supports, and both of the supports are very powerful, right? Kaguya strives off the debuffing department, and she has a wider umbrella of people she can work with. Mauxir works with the ballistic department. She buffs people that do a lot of bullet damage, like Yao, and even shotguns, actually. Okay? So, should you pull for Mauxir? Yeah, if you need another support, and if you want to have that insurance of having another support for a second team, then absolutely, you should probably get this character. However, it's up to you how far you want to go with her. I don't think M1 is too hard to get. M1 is really, really good. This will give your on-screen DPS more crit rate when you shoot the puppet, and if you're using a sniper or a shotgun, that crit rate will be 100%, and that is really good, especially for Yao, okay? So don't look at how much I have. You don't have to worry about that, but definitely get M1. Or don't pull a second one, just farm and get the M1 eventually. Like, we have an event going on where you get more chips, right? But you really want this. M2, kind of bad, honestly. M3 will extend how long her puppet's out for about 50% if you go all in with HP. But I mean, if you're already using, you know, the 4-star support weapon, you don't really need to do that either. So basically, if you're gonna get her, aim for aim 1, you know, farm it, get it eventually. She's really solid and definitely worth pulling, and her amplification for ballistic damage is insane. So that's all I really want to cover in this video. Yeah, you should probably pull her. However, more so because there will be content in the future that will require 2 teams eventually, and you're gonna need a second support because she's on tier with Kaguya, in my opinion. She's just a little bit more weird. But I'll cover more of her details in a second video explaining how she works, so I'll get that guide out. But for now, I just want to give you guys my thoughts. I'm very happy with her. I'll be streaming throughout next week. Come stop by if you have questions. If you don't want to wait for a video, stop by the stream, ask the question ahead of time. You know, you can just do that. Like, just come on in, chill out. And I'll get that ready for you guys soon. But you all have a great weekend. I'm enjoying this event a lot. And I will see you guys in the guide video coming soon. So you all take care. Have a good one. Goodbye.